Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions, Day 2 Prague. I'm sitting here with Brent, Michael and Gil. Right, how are you finding it, Brent, so far?
Well, Day 2, I would say just as good, if not better than Day 1.
Yeah, what did you like about the morning presentations?
The morning presentations, I really enjoyed Franz's presentation.
I did as well. I was taking a load of shots as well on the screen. I like
really
learning, do you know what I mean? And I learned from Franz as well. So that you can never know enough about PVC. So.
Yeah, and I got a chance to ask him a question that's been bothering me for a while, and I'll share it here just because I think everyone will find it interesting. But we were talking about the product detail pages and the kind of impression share that ads have that seems to be so disproportionately weighted on those.
Yeah.
And it could be because there's a huge amount of like ad slots at the bottom. But one thing that I posed to him, because he has a lot more contacts and communication with people at Amazon than I do, just due to the size of their company and everything, is how is Amazon attributing the impressions? Are they doing it correctly? So that is to say, when someone scrolls down, there's like 60 so products in that little carousel.
Yeah.
They're all loaded in the page, but only if the user is clicking over and seeing other ones. Are those impressions, or those all count as impressions? In which case, the whole thing would be skewed and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And he said, speaking with
So
Amazon,
you're talking about pagination going through the carousel at the bottom. Yeah.
Which
Or
how
scrolling
many
down.
People do? How many people do?
Scrolling down? No.
Maybe on mobile, I'm not sure. But even on mobile, don't you swipe sideways to see
Both,
more?
because there's more than one slot, right? You have
Right.
the ads on top, and then if you scroll down further, there's another one of those.
Yes, there's two. That's right.
Yeah.
So there's two things you have to. So what was his answer?
Well, his answer was, and he wasn't 100% like convinced that this is the case, because you sometimes get conflicting reports from Amazon. But I'm trusting what he's saying because he's talked to them. That Amazon is actively measuring, where the person is actually viewable on the screen. It can be done with JavaScript or whatever, right? So they know what people are actually looking at, and those are the ad impressions.
Yeah.
Same thing is true as search results page. This has been up for some debate because I've not been able to get a good answer, even out of the best reps that we have access to. But that was like for me, that was like worth coming here to get that answer from him.
But I think, like you said, it's difficult to get answers out the reps.
Yeah.
The best answers come from the product team.
Okay.
Yeah, rather than the reps, because obviously the reps are good at what they do, but they're more on sales, but they're not on the R&D side.
Right.
So if you can speak to the product team, that's where you get better answers.
I would love to speak to the product team.
Yeah,
If you send me over that information, I can go ahead and talk to category managers for advertising and see if they can get back with an answer.
I think we all have questions like that sometimes that are best served by.
I shot him some information over when there was that big disparity between clicks and budgets and everything else.
Yeah.
And he was able to refund all my accounts really fast, and then was able to come with an answer and
that was
some
an
high level stuff. He said, so this was a level 1 protocol. In 2 days, Jeff Bezos had it and made a decision. So,
All right.
Wow.
There you go.
So, Gil, how was your presentation? I actually missed it. Apologies, but
No worries, man.
I've seen a lot of your presentations before.
Yeah, it was the same kind of routine. It was a new presentation, and I was a little bit hungover, I have to say. So I did my best, but I think some people got some stuff from
So
it.
what was it that you were covering? So I know what you're covering, but you can.
Yeah, so it's more about multi-channel, right? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to help people that feel stuck on Amazon and don't really manage the jump.
Yeah.
So a lot of people really struggle to have a profitable own e-commerce store, and trying to strategically tell them what to think about in the first step before they even start building their store.
Yeah. What trends-wise, what's been going on Amazon? What are you seeing the trends recently in Germany? So for anyone who's not selling on the German market, what are some of the key points you would say is some competitive advantages that people can take advantage of now?
Actually, I think it's just you can see what happened in America is happening in Germany now as well.
Okay.
People are getting much more aggressive. I'm in the supplement niche as well with one of my companies.
Yeah.
So I do feel the
pinch.
the pain, and people dropping prices to a place where they're definitely not making money, but they're willing to do it.
Yeah.
For the bigger picture, I guess. So everything gets really more aggressive, and I think the timing for small guys to jump in on Amazon is getting less and less. Of course, people say, hey, it's always good, but I think it's getting very, very hard for new guys.
Yeah.
Like we did for, I don't know, I think for you it's quite long ago. For me, it was 4.5 years ago. You're active even longer, right? 5 years. So that was totally different, especially in Germany. Fucking hell.
In Germany, man, it was So Germany
I was selling
5
jump
years
ropes,
ago,
man. I gave 5 away. I was slot 1 and I was selling 100.
I remember your presentation about that.
But Germany
earlier
now
conference.
is like Germany now, from my opinion, is still like 3 or 4 years behind the U.S. market, but is picking up very fast.
Yeah.
But like, let's say 3 years ago, if you launched on Germany, it was like launching on the U.S. right when they came out with that.
Yeah,
VA.
it was not. That was just easy.
It was easy.
It was super easy.
I mean, but you can still launch on the German market very successfully with like 20 or 30 reviews, and you can start pumping. Like,
Yeah,
there's just. The barrier to entry is what I call it. It's the native language German speaking, and so getting the listings done and everything, if you do it correctly, you can make a lot of money really fast in Germany.
Yeah.
So
one mistake I see a lot with sellers coming from the U.S. North American mindset going into Germany, and please, agree or disagree with me on this because you're the expert here, is they're really trying to do a translation from their like marketing and sales from the U.S. where they're like, this product is incredible,
non-cultural translation. You're missing the cultural
very
translation.
salesy. And they only go with benefits. We have the best product of all products, and they don't really prove it. And the Germans need proof.
No, Germans want like an engineering diagram.
Yeah, some sort of diagram. Doesn't really have to say anything, but it should look fancy.
It should look fancy, and it should have lots of numbers in it, right? Yeah, the numbers like 2.1 millimeters.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember a few years ago launching a product that was shit in Germany. Like the control over it was poor. Well, I couldn't really control it, but it wasn't like intentional. But the Germans ripped it to shreds.
Yeah.
But what I loved about it is that when you could communicate with the with the German marketplace then and talk to people about the reviews, they almost come into a pen pal, because when you explained, you've been using it the wrong way and this is why you had this problem, you had these long conversations over Google Translate.
Yeah. They're open for logical.
They're open for logical, and you can, in some cases they'll change the review, and literally I call it building pen pals. It's almost like you've got new friends now. You wouldn't get that on any other marketplace. So you can be really tough on you because the expectancy is there, but they are fair once you have you converse with them. If you have done something, in the right manner, but maybe they've used it wrong, they would accept that and they will adjust that accordingly. That's what I liked about it. But
from 1 to 3 stars, they'll give you a little bit of leniency. They're still German, so
sorry, I can't do anything. There's no 1.5
Japanese
star.
though. Japanese.
No, 3.75 is what they would give you if they could.
Yeah.
I think for me, German was probably a little bit easier on the accounts that I worked on. I never sold myself, but I've worked on accounts. My father being German, my grandparents being German.
There you go.
So I was always approaching it like from that like logical mentality.
German
like,
mindsets.
Exactly. So a little bit easier.
Cool. Guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you for joining us. I'll give you an update shortly and give you more information on what's been going on with the later presentations. We're going to go back in the room. Take care and I'll speak to you soon.